Passes. Thank you very much. Business items. Number 12, an annual report from the Downtown Yuba City Business Improvement District and a proposed levy of annual assessment for 2021. Welcome, Brad.
Good evening, council members. Brad McIntyre, your Community Services Director. The item before you this evening is the Downtown Business Association is requesting council consider two resolutions. One is to accept and approve the 2021 annual report and the DBA by the DBA Improvement District. That's the first one. Second one is to adopt a resolution of intention to levy and collect the 2021 annual assessments and additionally set a public hearing for December 5th, 2020. This report is given every year by our DBA. This year's DBA president, already been introduced a couple times this evening. Sandy Drown will come and give the presentation. After the presentation's over, I'll come back before you to consider the resolutions. Thank you.
All right. Sorry you guys have to deal with me 3 times today. Thank you for your time, Mayor Harris, Vice Mayor Boomgarden, and Council. So we're here. I'm Sandy Drown with the Downtown Business Association, President this year, and we're here to present our annual report. So on this slide, you will notice that this is how we were zoned. This is called the Downtown Business Improvement District. And you'll see Zone A and Zone B. And then you'll see a little bit, the yellow actually identifies residential use as well within that zoning. The next slide you'll see is the district assessment formula that was set up back in January 1st of 1999. I don't know if you have any questions on those, but those are the assessments. And that's what we collect. Next slide will be is our directors and committees for the Yuba City Downtown Business Association. And so you will see we've got some new members coming on board in January. We have Brian Hopper, who owns Hopper Properties, Kimberly Penn, who owns Babies to Teen Consignment. We have Scott Sargent from Sutter Buttes Brewery. Took us a little while to get him on the board, but we finally did. He is also a property owner as well. We have Natalie Silverson, which owns a photography company, and then we have Tucker Walton, who works at Suncrest Bank, which is exciting to get some bank presence back on the board. So that is our board. We have 3 committees. I think I first started, we had 5. Okay, 5. So we've kind of narrowed it down just to stay focused with such a small board, but that's there. And then we have our mission for our organization, which is the mission of the Yuba City Downtown Business Association, is to preserve, promote, encourage, aspire businesses, and provide a safe, clean center for culture, community life for residents and visitors alike. Here's some of the activities that we've done this last year. You'll notice the summer stroll, of course, was canceled, but we had the trick-or-treat street. We tried to create a summer marketplace, which we did for 3 months, which encouraged people to come down. And then you'll notice recently, which is the holiday tree lighting. If anybody has not been down Plymouth Street yet, I would highly encourage you to. That's our second year going into that, and so through all of our committees, we've been able to budget for that. And I don't know if there's any questions for that. If not, I'll keep going. This was our Christmas stroll from last year, and the reason why we kind of throw this in there is because last year I spoke in November, so this is following to that. The tree lighting we had, our mayor's welcome, which Sean did that, and the lights went off successfully. And we had our Polar Express train. Of course, I had already mentioned that the summer stroll was canceled this year. And then we did have our Trick or Treat Street this year. You'll see our celebrity crosswalk. It's always fun when it's an election year because you get a lot more people holding signs for us. We had a family that mother and child dressed up, and we saw a lot more of that this year, of parents getting dressed up as well. And then we had this cute little DIY costume that the mother did, so we threw that in a slide because we thought it was super cute. Here's kind of a matrix or like the pie chart of what our members look like. So you can see we're really heavy on retail. These are the dues that we collect. The average dues for each member is $485. Depending if you have more employees, then it would be a little bit more. But we were able to get 3 new members this year, even during the difficult time, which is exciting. We had one business that was completely brand new, Center Street Salon. E&H has been around, if you've noticed, around town, but they wanted to come to downtown, so we were excited about that. And then we have the other at the bottom, Perez, and that's going to be an ice cream spot. Here's our associated members. An associated member are businesses that are not located downtown but want to show support for our district, and so we have 18 of those currently. Here's our budget 2021. We've had to go through that quite a bit this year, just with every thing going on, just trying to make sure that we're readjusting, which has been fun. Upcoming projects. So we came up with this design. We will be approaching Public Works now that we've created it to see, and this is more to identify. I don't know if you've seen, like, when you go to other communities, it's a place to identify that, oh, this is Plymouth Street, just another opportunity to drive people down there. But this was a design the marketing team had came up with on the top. They were pretty excited about it. We were able to get the tower up there, the water tower up there. And so anyways, we've come up with it. Now we're gonna work with Public Works and see if what we can do and what the cost would be, and to kind of figure out some plan for that for the downtown to get that up. We do have a long-term goal of PBID, which is a property-based business improvement district. And we do have more property owners that are on our board. So I think that was one of I think this has been a long-term goal. When I did some research, I found it being talked about in 2010 as well. But that is a long-term goal for us to do. It would make our DBA stronger. We have other DBAs in the community, or other DBAs that, or other cities like Pleasanton, that has a PBID, and they're able to be a lot more successful. I think they have 600 members. We also have talked about an arch through Plymouth Street and Bridge Street, the marketing team has, and we were working with somebody local for design, and unfortunately he got busy as an electrician company, and so kind of back to where we're at. We tried to do it with a school too to see if it would be a cool senior project, but we do know that there is one side of Plymouth Street which just faces next to Bridge, that has some opportunity. When you pass it, you don't always know that's downtown. And that's another thing that we've heard from many people that come down to downtown, is they don't know that it's there. Here's our holiday lights, and I apologize for this. We tried to get Jerry Gregg out last year, but by the time he got there, we had already taken down the lights, so this is the best we've got for that. We had 4 businesses close. Chair Gallery, McNally's Appliance, Corner to Go, which Corner to Go now has another business going in there. And then we have the City Cafe. But we have 3 that we added, so down 1. And then, of course, we've had COVID-19 that's really impacted our downtown, and we've lots of communication. We've been working with Sutter County to communicate a lot of that stuff. The city's been great working with us as well with those guidelines. We had a fan project with Sutter County we worked on, where they, Valley Truck and Tractor also gave us fans. Sutter County gave us fans. And then a recent thing that we did was with Officer Clausen, we had a homeless town hall meeting with our members for them to discuss their concerns. And to just get information from Officer Klosky. He's full of a lot of information. He's done a lot of great work this last year. And then we also just recently applied for a grant through the DBA. So that was fun. Crystal did that through Sutter County. Any questions? No.
Through the mayor. Stan, I just want to make one comment. I get dressed up in costume every year.
That is true. That is, you are loyal.
Thank you for everything you do for the DBA, Sandy. You got too many jobs. There's not enough time in the day for you. And also you, Crystal. Thank you.
All right.
Through the mayor, I guess my relationship with Plymouth Street goes back to my time as a fire chief and understanding all the trials and tribulations and the business interruption that occurred way back when, and the city's intent to be a partner with the Downtown Business Association. And, you know, it's exciting to see that even through COVID times, we're still trying to get this thing going. And Crystal and Sandy, I know you guys are a big piece of that, you know, and I, for one, will always continue to put forth the fact that when the city decided that it wanted to revitalize downtown, they entered into a partnership with the business owners and the business operators on Plymouth Street. And I think we owe it to all of them to always be cognizant of supporting that effort where it's financially and feasible, and do what we can to keep our downtown vibrant. I was down there during the Halloween season, and it was awesome to see the vibe. And I hope we can continue that. I understand, you know, we may be sliding back a bit, or at least, don't kill me, Mr. Burns. It's not our choice. But hopefully we can, again, continue to support the businesses down on Plymouth Street, keep them open to the extent we can do that, and keep the DBA and keep Plymouth Street going. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
All right. Grace, you
I'm impressed with your presentation every year, and from the last year, you've added so much more quality and content that is really interesting to me. So the majority of your members are in retail then in that area. How many, do you know approximately how many, because there's a pie chart, so I wasn't.
I'd have
have
to
an idea?
defer to Crystal, who is our coordinator that takes care of us and all these kind of things. But I would say, to be fair, if we've got members of 80, and I know there's like 9 restaurants down there.
28. Oh, that's really good. So then, how do you integrate like business owners who have English as a second language? Are they part of the DBA, or how? Yeah. The whole street is? Okay. And then the outside, like, we're part of it too, but I'm just trying to get the whole picture. And these others are supporters of the DBA and get involved. Is that what that is?
Yes, we do have some that participate because they want to be a part, or their business can help with the DBA. And so because they're not zoned and zoned to be, they want to participate in whatever capacity that is. Sometimes we have one that, we've got a couple that just love the energy down there.
Right.
So we're super blessed that they like the energy, and so they've become associated members. But there's kind of an eclectic mix of our associated members. Some have been just doing it for a long time, and it's the good thing to do. But we have a lot of others that do it because there's a relationship there that they're trying to establish a strong relationship with us.
Especially, with restaurants and retail right now, it's really tough. Right. I mean, with all of these requirements and customers, I hear from customers, in a different perspective, that their expectation of places that they feel comfortable in going into, to buy and use things, and they want to go local, but sometimes they don't always necessarily feel comfortable going in there because of their own perceptions or beliefs about COVID. And so I think it's great that you're doing all this work and that you have 80. If somebody's interested, just send them to you, either of you, even if they're not in that district, to be part of, because I get, people call outside asking, and it sounds like a great network of support as well to help small business owners, right? Yeah, they can be an associate. Okay. Yeah. Well, great work, ladies, and your whole team. Appreciate that so much.
All right, thank you very much, Sandy. Two things, and I just forgot one of them.
Good. That's good. I'm
Oh,
almost out the door.
The arch, great idea. I don't know if it's going to be like Marysville, the entire intersection, or just like a gateway thing towards it.
Well, there's a lot, there's a lot of logistics.
Yeah, whatever the vision may or may not be, it's too early to decide right now, but great idea. Also, for whatever it's worth, fully support the continued conversation, hopefully some momentum behind the idea of getting some LED lighting down the street that we can tailor to different holidays or whatever. Great idea. We talked about it before. Just know we remain, or I remain, 100% behind that idea. So.
Thank you. And before I leave, I want to thank the council. You guys have really supported the DBA, especially this last year, and just even picking up phone calls when some of us have called just to kind of walk us through some stuff. And we really do appreciate it. So thank you.
Thank you all very much. Crystal, you too. Thank you for everything.
Through the mayor, I think one thing the council needs to do and the city needs to do is we need to get that water tower either painted or lit up.
All right.
That'd be a big thing for the,
I'll add that to
DBA.
my PowerPoint.
that's your PowerPoint? Okay.
That would be very nice to have that happen as well. Okay. Any public comment on the item?
No comments online.
Nothing? All right, so our action today would be A and B.
Through the mayor,
Yes, sir.
move to adopt a resolution accepting and approving the 2020-2021 annual report of the DBA Improvement District, and also adopt a resolution of intention to levy and collect the 2021 annual assessment and set a public hearing for December 15th, 2020.
Second.
I think Manny beat you. So we have a first and second to approve staff's recommendation. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Nothing. Unanimous. Thank you very much. Number 13